I believe I shall take out the garbage.
Welcome! This is Top Tier Tips. Greetings everyone, this is Force your Top Tier Tips, and I welcome you to your prime sponsor tips and tricks to help you level up in Dead or Alive 6. Alright, in this session we're going to be looking at DOA 6's resident Lolita, Mary Rose. Alright, what is there to say about Mary Rose? She's a loli, and she's Helena primary servant. So yeah, she's good at taking out the garbage. And she's also Haneka's BFF and yeah, stuff like that.
Marine! Here I come!
Mary Rose's gameplay is weird. Her fighting style is called Sistema, which is based around either keeping the opponent off balance or using their own momentum, weight, or balance, whatever, against them. So how that translates to Mary Rose's gameplay is she's got like punch parries, that's Rondo. She's got evasion, this is Minuet. And also she's got she's also got offensive holds. And she's also kind of got general good safety on her moves. These safe pokes can include the 6PK, 3K, 4PK, or 4K, which is just kind of the same kick. And even stuff like PPP is also kind of safe. So what I want you to do is kind of hover around like mid range and like try and like use those pokes, and she also has like a good low sweep also. Anyways, once you're done Mary Rose's command training, and combo challenge, then you're ready to bop fools online with cuteness. Not quite. It's to take a little more than that to be the top garbage collector. Or is it garbage thrower? I don't know, whatever. And also Mary Rose can do this. If you're interested in playing Mary Rose, I'll just leave this out here right now. Mary Rose suffers from a condition called T-Rex syndrome. So what that basically means is that she's a stubby. Stuff like your jab, elbow, pokes, kicks, or anything. Generally speaking, range is not her friend. And because of this stubbiness, you're gonna have to try and fight around relatively close range. Like Mary Rose's like jabs and normal pokes don't really go that far or anything like that. But they'll just throw on your best friend in training, the move details box, also called the skill info. And let's just see what Mary Rose is packing. She's packing a 10 frame jab, which actually has a lot of recovery. It's 17 recovery frames, which is a lot for a jab. 12 frame elbow, 17 frame knee, but she also has a 14 frame 3K, and a 14 frame 2P. While playing Marie in close, what I would like you to do is just put some jab strings on the opponent's like block, or when you hit them, so then you can end up using stuff like PP 2K or like PP 6P. So right there could be just a little like mix up, so PP 6P or PP 2K. The reason why I like PP 6P is that it also can go, if you hold back, she can go into a Rondo stance. What this stance here does is it parries all high punches or mid punches. So if you just do PP 6P and the opponent tries to retaliate with a jab, the Rondo would end up catching them, and you would end up just leaving yourself at a bit of an advantage. See, when you catch something with Rondo, you leave yourself at considerable advantage. See right here, anywhere from like plus 15 to like even as much as like plus 20 or plus 27 like that. And basically with that, you can end up using like jabs. You could use Rondo PP because you have a couple options out of Rondo. A move you can use in close range with Marie is basically her 6K. It is a 17 frame mid kick, but it does have a little mix up on it with 6K 2K and 6KK. Both of these moves do leave you at advantage. Like 6KK gives you a plus 16 stun, and 6K 2K leaves you at plus 7. But I will warn you that both options are unsafe on block, -9 for 6k, and -12 for 6k, 2k. But they are both very delayable. And if you just want the low sweep, 2h plus k gives you +5. So use this move to shake up opponents that are just standing there with their normal guard.
Wow, you're enormous.
When you score a counter hit stun with Mary Rose's elbow, like so, or 12 frame elbow, you get +20. It launches either 8k or 7k. If you end up launching with 8k, then you could do a little small juggle like so. And if you end up launching with 7k, it leaves Mary Rose back turn, so you have to do a slightly different combo. This H back turn H plus K, then KKK. If you do counter hit your opponent for your usual like +19 or +20 stun, then you could do like jab extension, 6p, 3p extension, and then after that you can follow up with your rondo options. Like that's rondo PP, so your 6p4 or forward punch back. So basically you can do like a little combo like this, for instance. While fighting around the mid-range neutral game with Mary Rose, some pokes that you can use is like 3k, even though its range might seem a little short, but you also have 4k, 4pk, so you see 4k and 4pk both can cause a stun. If you end up hitting someone, for instance, with like 4p, and you can end up launching with this, getting like a small juggle with there. If you want a get-in move with Mary Rose, you can try her 3H plus K. So this roll right now is a good high crush move. It stuns on normal hits, so you can get in like a little extenders there, like P or like 9p. So this is like a little nice move to be able to use during the neutral. You have to be careful because it will be a move that opponents might be looking out for. So that's where you can kind of mix it up with like 4k, different things like that, 6k, 6p. But I find that this one is a pretty nice move to do. For instance, if the opponent like ends up like whiffing, then you can kind of sneak that move in. If you'd like a whiff punisher with Mary Rose other than just using 3H plus K, you can also use your 6k or 236p, which is also nice if you can also like bang someone into like a wall or something like that. But 6k along with 3HSK both give you a stun that allows you to get your jab or like 3p stun extensions. And if you'd like to create space because you find your opponent very frightening, then you've got 7p for that. Flippy. Alright, an approach move you can use, let's say after you knock down the opponent or something like that. You got your 3p plus K flower wheel. Let's see, some options out of here is like you got a little sneaky low out of there. You have Marie's normal hit fatal stun move here. Follow up with back turn 4p for a launcher. And of course, they'll never see it coming, the T option. You're rolling offensive hold. And if you find the opponent getting impatient and running in on you, trip them up with 6k, 2k. Mary Rose's throws complement her general gameplay. I also know right now that Mary Rose is like her kind of like attacks, setups, combos. They don't actually really deal that much damage in comparison to the rest of the cast. So focus you're going to be having in your match is basically controlling your opponent's reactions, actions, basically just trying to control the pace of the match. The throws are going to be one of the tools to do that. Like I'll just slap on the move details again. I'll show you right now that she has a 5-frame throw that deals 45 damage, a 7-frame punish throw 50 damage, 56 damage 10-frame throw, and her half circle forward throw deals 62 damage, which is pretty standard. So 62 damage will end up being about 99 on a high counter. So her standard throws are just that, they're kind of standard. What actually makes her or what makes her throw game more unique are her offensive holds. Like, she does have a standard 16 frame 6/6T that does 40 damage on like normal hold, which is 64 on high counter. But the thing about this offensive hold is that unlike other offensive holds, Mary Rose actually doesn't make a sound. I mean, it's just, you just hear the sound of the whiff. So you can actually sneak this in pretty easily because it basically just looks like a standard 16, like it's like basically it's just a it looks like a 16 frame throw, but it's actually an offensive hold, meaning that it will beat the onset of strikes. So that's pretty nice. I showed you earlier that she does also have her roll-in. She does have her like a roll-in T. This is for opponents that are respecting this option right here, because as showed earlier, if you get hit by that, then you're basically going to be getting launched if you don't end up break holding out of it with meter and anything like that. As I mentioned earlier, the roll-in offensive hold is generally going to be done, let's say after you knocked over the opponent or something, then that's most likely when you're going to try and sneak it in. Like, you're generally not going to sneak it in during the neutral game, because then people are basically looking out for the roll, they're looking out for 3H plus K. So during the normal neutral game, you just have to stick to relatively like safe poking, but like after a knockdown, then that's when you can like try and sneak this in. And now for Mary Rose's signature throw, the back turn offensive hold. As you see right here, whenever you hit this move on an opponent, it will leave you at plus 18 frame advantage and at the opponent's back. So after you end up set this up, the recommended go-to would be 6 PP, and you get plus 33 frame advantage for plus 33 frame advantage stun. If you just want the damage, and you can try for the close-up for 56 damage, but you see that's only really 56 damage. So this will be your main offense throw right here. So after. See, after you get this, then you can basically just they continue to like reset the opponent, so you can go for like a 9P, like a 3P. So basically just go for different kind of pokes, just to kind of like keep things going. 6K. So the main purpose is just use Stardust to keep pressure up on your opponent. Like most characters with a standard offensive hold, Mary Rose has a low offensive hold. See right here, it's 10 frames, deals 50 damage, and just like her standing one, she is silent during it, so it looks like just a normal low throw. As for her low throw, it's 5 frames, also deals 50 damage, so you can punish up to -6 with this. But it is still nice to have a nice completely signed offensive holds, because people are like, really? That's an offensive hold? Mary Rose's hold game is pretty good. I mean, her standard holds give pretty good damage, even though they just leave the opponent like. They just leave the opponent nearby, as I'll just showing you right now. See, so they don't really send the opponent like too far here. I'll just show you just one more. And you get like 62 damage on normal hold, which is pretty good. But she also has expert punch, or well, expert holds on all hit levels, all six hit levels. High punch, mid punch, low punch, high kick, mid kick, low kick. So, but I'll just show you, let's say the mid punch one, for example, right now. This would be inputted with 6-4H or forward back H. So you can get in like a little combo off of that one. You see, it leaves you at enough frame advantage for a free launcher. Here, let me show you like the mid kick one just for another example. This one now would be 4-6H or back forward H. See, with that you can just do back turn H plus K and KKK. Here, let me now show you something on the other 4 hit levels, and stop whacking me, Ayani. as you could see with Mary Rose's hold game, you have a choice to either just go for the damage, for instance, off your hold, or if you end up doing the expert hold input, in this case now for the low hold, be forward, down, back, or 6-1-H, and go for the damage. So for a recap, the expert punch hold is forward, back, H. You see, it makes a different animation. For the expert kick hold is back, forward, H, or 4-6-H. For the expert high punch hold, it's forward, up, back, or 6-7-H. For the expert kick hold, it's 4-9-H, or back, up, forward. And for the expert low punch hold, it's forward, down, back, or 6-6-1-H, and for the expert kick hold will be 4-3-H. I'll say right now that in general, basically, when it comes to the expert holds, I just stick to the expert punch hold or the expert kick hold, or if you just want the damage, because it does 62 on normal hit, which is still good damage. So it's simply a case if you want to like try and set up a break below cancel bound combo or something like that, then you can go for it. But it's just simply the case that, of course, high holds catch both highs, high punches, high kicks, and low holds catch both low punches and low kicks. So sometimes it might be better to just simply take the safe route there. Once you get a read, then you can start going for the high or low expert holds.
You're no fun.
Congratulations, you managed to back your opponent into a corner with the fearsome and ever intimidating Mary Rose. So you're going to be looking to wall slam your opponent now. I will give you a little heads up that Mary Rose's options may come off as like a little either slow or unsafe or anything like that, but it's just the way it is. Alright, your fastest option will be your counter hit K, your 12 frame high kick. It wall slams, just like every kind of counter hit K on the wall, and Mary Rose's is no exception. Your go-to option will be your forward punch kick or 6PK. Your 12 frame elbow, then the follow-up kick wall slams nicely. You also have P+K, which I'll say is a really good low crush. I mean, it's like a 21 frame move, but it's safe on block, crushes lows really well. It's the same as like 1P, P+K, so I like this move. And I'll give you a heads up, it's also great on wake up if you think the opponents could do like a low wake up kick or something. And there's also like 6-6P, I know it's unsafe on block, but it does have a close hit property, her old critical burst move. And the rest of her options tend to cause the small DOA 4 wall slam, like 3K, 6-6K, which I'll say is a great little stun poke right there. It's just -7 on block, really safe. And like 6KK also cause it. If you wall slam the opponent, if you get the standard wall slam, follow up with this. So right there, it's just after the wall slam, you do Rondo K, then you do Rondo K, then you do 6K, 4K, so 6K for Rondo K. So all you have to do it is like basically one motion. If you end up inputting it kind of not as a smooth motion, then you might get something else. Like if you end up doing it like too slow or anything like that. But yeah, if you just do it as one smooth motion, it will generally work. If you get the small wall slump, then follow up with this.
You got it dirty.
Alright guys, that's it for now. Alright, I'll just give you a little heads up that tracking is not a strong suit for Mary Rose. Alright, for trying to track and strikes, she has like her 8P, which has up to 3 hits and leaves her back turn. It can transition into Rondo. But for other options, she has like her H+K. The second hit or like the low sweep part can track, and you can also use like your offensive holds or like the second hit of like 3KK tracks, or even 6BK. But in general, with Mary Rose, like dealing with tracking might be a bit of a pain. So if you suspect the opponent might try and do a sidestep attack, then I would recommend simply going for like the offensive hold. Anyways, if you have any further questions, feel free to contact me on my YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch. So that means leaving a comment down below. And be sure to check out my other guides, such as my top tier tips advanced guides and my other character guides to get a nice little look at this stunning game that is DOA 6. And if you'd like to support the channel, feel free to join Top Tier Fighters. The support does help, and I appreciate it. Thanks for those that have joined. And anyways, this is Force of Nature signing off. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time on Top Tier Tips.
Winner! Aw, even the smallest of roses have their thorns.